gonna be my first time going to a refillable zero waste store. I went in with a plan to buy just one item, the Rose Water Toner. It was foolproof because I only brought one container for the toner. I walked in and luckily there was no cashier up front, so I got to browse freely. The place was a lot smaller than I expected, but they had everything you would need for skincare, hair care, and house cleaning. I wasn't planning on talking to the cashier, but I couldn't find the toner, so I went ahead and asked for her help. It turns out that the stuff labeled rose water is actually the Rose Water Toner. Sussy that they didn't add the word toner to the label, but I'll trust them. She helped me pre-weigh my little bottle and fill it up, and even though we spilled at least an ounce of it, I didn't get charged for anything that didn't make it into the bottle. I also think the cashier rounds down to the nearest ounce for the price, so score! After that, I looked around a little longer because I wanted to see if there was anything else I could switch out for a zero waste option later. The cashier told me how many of the products are unscented and they have an essential oil scent bar that's completely free to use to scent anything I buy. She even mentioned that they have free jars in case any of the customers don't have a container for something. I was a little skeptical at first, and she said the jars are donated by other customers. But then she told me that they wash the jars before putting them in the free basket. Of course, I'm still skeptical because how clean could they possibly get a marinara sauce jar to be? Even the jars I wash still have a tomato scent to them. But my goodness, that jar was eucalyptusy fresh. I asked about how good the stain remover really is, and the cashier talked about how the owner designed it herself for her dirty children. So 5 ounces of it magically appeared in the free jar I was holding. I saw some bamboo toothbrushes and thought they were totally from Amazon. I was like, meh, might as well save the shipping waste. But no. If you've seen the clips of Lily from Modern Family, the actress who plays Lily, her mom owns the toothbrush company. Whoa! It's not just another greenwash company that has their products made in China. I asked my composting advisor and she said the bamboo handle is fully compostable at the hub, but the bristles are made of nylon and are not biodegradable at all. The cashier slipped me the idea of getting gifts here, and I happened to pass by some lip balm that immediately reminded me of Emily, so I'll be coming back for that someday. As I'm adding items to the car and looking around, I start to think, this is awesome. Why didn't I come here earlier? Why didn't I at least try searching for this earlier? The cashier told me how she isn't even zero waste, but as she's worked here, she's learned how these naturally made products are surprisingly as high quality as anything you can find in a typical store. And it clicked in my head. Even if I can't be entirely zero waste right now, I can get pretty darn close when I have access to such a range of products right here. I can even replace family things like hand soap and laundry detergent. I don't even need to go through the trouble of researching and comparing different brands because they only have one version and it's good. They even have vitamin C serum, and that's a high-end luxury product that not even I use. Testing out some of the products I got, the Rose Water Toner and the bamboo toothbrush. Even though I've been through some times with this toothbrush where the bristles would pop out and I'd fish it out of my mouth, I would still stick with this toothbrush. And I still am gonna, just in a different method. And then for my teeth, I'll get to use this bamboo brush. The toothbrush was interesting. It's something to get used to. I feel like I have to brush a lot softer and lighter because of how delicate the bristles feel. And it feels like it foams up with the toothpaste a little less. And the wood honestly feels a little rough in my gums, but I'm sure they'll sort itself out over time the more I brush. So this is the toner I usually use. As you can see, it's running out, so that's why I got this to replace it with once I'm done with this. And hopefully it's a good replacement because this is 65 cents cheaper per ounce than getting this off of Amazon. I like to do about 6 drops of toner around my entire face. It's a lot thinner than my other toner. I'm gonna add a few more drops since it feels like it just dried out so quick. It smells a lot like roses. I'm keeping the rest of my skincare routine the same so I can actually see how good this toner actually works. I'm not entirely there yet, but I just realized that this breakfast I'm gonna make could be a zero waste breakfast, very easily. You just get it from the bulk bins, throw them in these containers. Too easy to make it zero waste, so I'm just gonna show you. I got this recipe for microwavable oats from a girl I met in dance. We had a single conversation on one day, and then we barely ever talked after that. We're gonna top it with some nuts and then a banana. I'm gonna be testing out the stain remover that I got, and I found 3 shirts to test it out on. Brandon likes wearing this shirt, but one time he had a bloody nose. It got a drop on the collar, and washing it in the washer did not quite get it off. Also, I thrifted this. I thought it was a really cute little vest. There was some tomato sauce or some kind of red spots near the bottom of it, so someone must have splashed something onto it, and I totally thought maybe washing it would get the stains off, but no. It's been stuck in my closet for maybe a year. Let's hope we can make it wearable. And lastly, we have this one, my farmer shirt. I wore it to a farm once, but they do have some stains along the collar and the pocket that I want to get rid of to make it just a little more classy. Let's get started, boys. I think the box might have had some kind of instructions for this. I don't remember what it said, but I don't think I can really mess this up. Work. Please work. I want you to work. I think I missed the golden opportunity because I did a quick Google search and it says stain remover works best before the stains have been heat set, and all these clothes have already gone through a wash and dryer cycle. I don't want to say anything bad about this yet because it hasn't been properly used, but I think it's nice that I could even have just gotten a single ounce to test it out. So I got my receipt emailed to me by Prostainables. I checked it and they said, oh, you got your points. And I was like, wait, how do I redeem my points? I'll pull up the website. It tells me to make an account. Okay, I make an account using the same email that I registered with in person there. Luckily, it did connect it, so my 9 points from there went into my actual account I made. They didn't scam me. But then I was like, oh, how else can I earn points besides spending in store? For every 100 points you get $5. For every $1 you spend, you get a single point. So I was like, is there a faster way to this? And they had a little list over here. For sign up, you get 50 points. Of course I'm gonna take 50 points. That's $2.50 for just signing up. And then 25 points to follow on Instagram. And then the last one was share on Facebook for another 50 points. My Facebook don't really have anyone, so I was able to just click the link, get the points, and then return back to the page without actually needing to share. I wish they would change that to share on Instagram, because I would definitely share that on my Instagram story where I have 200 something followers. They also have a birthday one. You get 20 points on your birthday. It said you have to register your birthday at least a month in advance. So I put a date that's a month from now so that I would get those points as soon as possible. If someone signs up using my referral link, they get a $15 off coupon. And I get a $10 off coupon. That's like 200 points for me and 300 points for you without having to spend $200, $300 to get those. Sustainable shopping. Even though it's nothing like a sponsorship, it feels so similar because like, look, I could tell you to use my referral link in the description, and that's kind of cool. So yeah, I appreciate it. I already have 134 points and I only spent $9. I could have had 125 points before spending a single dollar, and I could have just gone into the store and redeemed my $5 coupon. Gosh, they've got me hooked for life right now. This morning I decided to volunteer at a compost hub. I became a farmer boy. I even got a little bit of a battle scar.